Hello and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. I am your host, Dr. T, and you guys are beautiful people. Where did we leave off? We are trying to get a Kerbin into space. Felix Kerbin miraculously survived the explosion. His body was dug out of a 12-foot hole in the ground. You could tell he's a bit wide-eyed from the experience, but other than that, he's fine. He walked it off, picked the dirt out of his teeth. And Jebediah, he's made of adamantium anyway, so, go fig. So that's our crew, and I think I may have fixed our problem. I will tell you what we've done. All I did was add a third fuel tank on here, which, A, should decrease our altitude that we'll gain just from this booster because it's going to be boosting more weight. But B, it gives us enough fuel to gain that altitude back, recover what we lose for being more massive. But I'm going to be able to do it on a trajectory so that as we come down at an angle through the atmosphere, we have more time to slow down. That's what we're shooting for. So, let us check our staging. Boom, 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 boom. Let's do this thing. I need some water. 3, 2, 1, launch. Yep, can already tell we're slower. I'm not going to start turning, by the way, until long after this solid fuel booster has run its course. Because we need speed. Speed, in this case, is stability. We need that aerodynamic pressure to keep us flying in the direction that we choose. There we go. And I think now is as good a time as any to start turning just a little bit. Oh, throttle up, by the way. Right there. I am going to start us turning. Oh, beautiful. That's what I want. Give us some full throttle. At an angle. I think that is the ticket right there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is not going to give us distance, even though we are moving laterally. Mainly, I'm just trying to shoot us into the water. What I'm hoping for is just enough lateral speed coming back in through the atmosphere that we have enough atmosphere to go through that it is sufficient enough to slow us down. And I have no idea if we'll actually make that, but we'll find out. Okay, we've ditched that extra mass. Let's check our orbital velocity. Do we get 90,000 meters? Okay. And the other thing, you'll notice we're coming down in the water. This also means that 0 on our altimeter is going to be 0 when we hit. So instead of coming down from, say, our launch facility, where when you go west from the launch facility at the ground AGL, above ground level, that altitude raises because ground level starts at 300 meters or whatever. So that's minus 300 meters that you get when you're coming back down. Going to sea level, it's sea level. So MSL applies, mean sea level. So there you have it. That's not including density altitude, which depending on air temperature and all that, you got to adjust an altimeter. But hey, you know what? I didn't see a altimeter knob in the cockpit, so we're not going to worry about it. Let's get back and see what everybody's seeing. All right, we have achieved the suborbital portion of the flight. Let's turn the lights on and go IVA. Yeah, check us out. Lights are cool. Now the question is, if I turn the lights off, what does it look like? And I can't do it from inside. So we'll turn the lights off, then we'll go back IVA. Oh, it looks the same. What a shame. And he can't look behind him. He can only look down. Well, it's okay. It's a good view. There's worse views to be had. Look at that window. Oh, that's the ticket right there. I'm going to have to learn what the screenshot button is for this. That'd make a good little screenshot. Something like that. Let's jump out of here and see what our situation is. Okay, we are still going up. We have not even hit apoapsis yet. Let's fix that. Whoosh, and we touched it, and now we're coming back down. Hopefully this time with enough atmosphere to slow us down and enough time before we get to sea level. We almost made it last time. If I had just had a couple hundred more meters would have been okay. So I think with our lateral velocity here and going all the way down to sea level, we should be hunky-dory. Let us find out. Our speed's only 1,200 meters per second, increasing a little bit, but as you see, it shall slow down. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, feel the burn. Anybody smell Kerbal on a stick? In this case, Kerbal in a stick. Now, I'm keeping the SAS on so that it keeps me pointed generally retrograde. Oh, hello. Oh, yeah. Yeah, good. All right. Our meters per second is keeping it a tenth or less than our altitude, which is what I like to see. We are slowing down very quickly. My plan to overcome the shortfall in our altitude has worked. Ta-da! Kerbal's alive and well. Felix Kerman looked a little scared down there. Jebediah once again saying, "Look, I've got this. I'm a pilot. It's what I do. I've almost got the right stuff. So relax. Have a bagel." That's right. Jebediah Kerman. He's a Brooklyn, a Jewish guy from Brooklyn. We'll say that. I want to go to Brooklyn. I got a friend who lives up in New York. I should go there. I should really go there. He does not game, though. He does not do much with computers. He's a flying buddy of mine, which is cool. Airplanes are cool. Are we there yet? Can I touch down? I'd really like to recover this vessel. Can I take a crew report and get some free science? Crew report? Oh, science! Yep, I will take that. And can I get a crew report from here? Oh, you gotta... Wait, it's... Crew report requires it to be manned. It is manned. What are you talking about? Crew report. Cabin. It's got Felix. Look, he's right there. Whatever. If I do an IVA on him, Felix isn't in this cabin. This is way too small. Yeah, what are you talking about? Well, 80 meters, 70 meters. Yep, short of flash and keeping. Ta-da! Okay, recover that wonderful, beautiful machine and move on. Where do we stand on our fundage? 150,000. All right, got a little bit of science out of that too. 158.83. Felix Kerman gained an experience. Yeah, yay! Send home a postcard. Now get out of my spaceship. What else do we have? Let's see, contracts. Test the Mark 16 parachute, Kerbal flying 3,000 to 11,000, 20. Done. As a matter of fact, that is so done. Watch this. Boom. 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 And utility. Is that the Mark 16? Mark 6. Ooh, you know what? Eesh. There we go. Boom. And we'll put on the Mark 16. 3,000 to 11,000, 20 to 80. This is the ticket. Let's launch. We got this. Don't forget, on this kind of mission, we're going to drop down our contract screen. Kadoink. Test the Mark 16 parachute. Flying. I'm not even going to throttle up all that much because we are low in the atmosphere. And I don't want to waste the fuel. Pushing out all that air is just not sufficiently efficient enough. So we're going to ignore it. I'm going to turn on my SAS though because we are starting to drift just a touch. And with the rocket burning, I have electricity. So our speed is in the correct slot. As a matter of fact, I'm going to throttle down enough to maintain. There we go. Lower than 180. Boy, I know there's a way to do fine controls on here, but I don't know what it is. Oh, all conditions are met. Let's kill the engine. Oh, no. Shoot. Parachute destroyed. And I have no control because I'm discombobulated. Let's revert that. It was a good plan. It was a good plan. Just revert to launch because, hey, we were doing good. We knew what we was doing-ish. Alright, we're going to go ahead and launch. I'm just going to go ahead and throttle down right now. Don't forget to turn on my SAS. And before I undock from the fuel tanks and let them fall back to Earth... Oh, you know what, though? Actually, speaking of that, revert the flight back to the vehicle assembly. We did not use much fuel at all, so I'm going to take off one of these tanks. At least one. And do I have a really small fuel tank? I do. Let's do that. Oh, yeah. Check us out. We should save that. That is... the pipsqueak. Yep. That is the pipsqueak. Alright. Now let's see if this is enough to get us to 3,000 meters at 20 meters per second. It should be. I really doubt that we'll have any problems at all. SAS. Yeah, look at us go. Gotta throttle back though, again, looking for efficiency on this. Looks about a fifth of our fuel gone, but we're just about a third of the way there, so yeah, we should do pretty well. I'm not going to give it any more throttle because, look, halfway mark. Scroll down. Note. What does the note say? To perform the test, activate the part through the staging sequence. Yep, no big deal. 2,000. Gonna cut the engine. Nope. Boom. What? I didn't... Is my staging messed up? Have I done something? Have I done something wrong here? Oh, I did. I have discombobulated the staging. Once more for the Gipper. Yeah, it's important. Check your staging while you're in the vehicle assembly building. No better time to do it. Don't forget to throttle back. SAS. Once again, on our way to 3,000. What contract does it say I completed? Oh, well, yeah, I see that one. So quit flashing at me. Dang it.
Dang it, Bobby. If you weren't my son, I'd hug you.
Y'all ever watch that show, King of the Hill, back in the day? I don't even know if it's still on anymore, but that was a trip. Dude reminded me of my dad so much. Well, I will tell you, my dad was much nicer to his sons. Love you, Dad. Let's pay attention to what we're doing here. Getting sidetracked. Okay, I believe X is to kill throttle. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. I don't want to kill it completely just yet, but close. Alright, X. And test complete. Woohoo! Whoosh. That is not a parachute, that is a apoapse detection device. Notice how it flipped around when we reversed our upward direction to a more downwardly mobile direction. Hey, look out below. Just letting you know, just Careful. You there. Don't have a picnic on that mound. Boom! That's gonna leave a mark. That's why we have a bunker right there to the right. Well, that is a successful completion of a test. Let's get this on the ground. That should give us some more money, and then we're going to test to see if it's enough to upgrade our launch facility. Because right now, look, we are launching, I mean, let's face it, we're launching on a concrete slab. We're launching out of the Walmart parking lot, right? Recover the vessel. And I'm really glad now too that I reverted. Yeah, no science earned. That's fine. Did I get any money? 1,000. So we've got 171,258 funds. Total reputation 94. Cool. What does it take to upgrade this? 75,000. Let's upgrade that. Kaboing! Heck yeah, we in the money now. Now we can launch bigger and bigger stuff. I say we try to get one more contract completed. What do you say? Let's see here. What do we got? What can we do? We could take a crew report above Jenks Adventure. Test the Mark II radial mount parachute. 210 to 290. Between 4 and 7. That's tricky. Hammer. Test the hammer. Kerbal suborbital trajectory. Altitude 260. I was having a hard time with that. We're still going to ignore that. we're just going to ignore that. Gosh, what should we do? Mark II radial mount parachute. Let's do that one. So we need to build something that'll go sufficiently quick. Yeah, that should not be a problem. And honestly, we're just about there. So what I think I want to do actually is remove this and just add in a bigger fuel tank, and I think that will be the ticket. We will get rid of this parachute since it is not going to be the one we... Well, you know. Well, if I set... Here's what I was just thinking. If we're going too fast, the parachute could be destroyed on deployment, which leaves us free falling from 4,000 meters, 12,000 some odd feet. Not a good place to be. However, if we leave the cone chute on, right? We leave this one on here and stage it separately. We may be able to test the parachutes, mess it up sufficiently enough that they're destroyed, and still get back safely. Yeah, see? I'm thinking. That's what I do. I'm a thinker. Let's just stick that on there, thusly. About like that, I think is a good, yeah, right there. Staging. Let's get the staging done correctly. Will you please get out of here? Go. I don't want you. There you go. So that's the Mark I. I want that one first. You know, with 2, I might be able to recover all of this. You know, that's an idea. However, I also may be able to... What do you think? Think that'll do it? I think it will. We're doing that. Not much in the way of staging. Boom. Throw the parachutes. As a matter of fact, I've got an even better plan. We're bringing the whole thing back. The whole thing. Check that out. Yeah, he'll be fine. What could possibly go wrong? Fire the engine, fire the chute, and then fire the other chute just in case. Yep, we're good to go. Let's test this. As always, since it's suborbital, we're just trying to get to a certain altitude. I'm going to turn SAS on. Kadoink. And we're going to pull up the contracts. Test the Mark II radial parachute. Note. It's just going to tell us to activate it during the staging. Yep, we know. Okay. So, we need to be flying 4,000 to 7,000 meters, 210 to 290. Sure. So I think in this case, let's just leave the throttle where it is until we get up to that speed. Because really, 250 is the max you want to go anyway. And then we'll throttle back a little bit as we approach it. So here we are at 200 meters per second. And we really only need to be going 210. So I think this is fine. There we go. And I'm gonna kill the engine and test the parachute. Woohoo! Did I do it? 200. I was doing 210. I was between 4,000. Why? All right. You know what? Let's revert flight. We know that my plan worked. Maybe my sequencing was a bit off, or maybe my speed. You guys can look at the video and tell me. Leave me a comment. Dr. T, you can't read your altimeter. You can't read your speedometer. And I tend to agree. This is not going as planned. Let's see if we can fix this. I'm no chicken. Yeah, look at us go. Then SAS. Yeah, okay, cool. Check us out. We cool. Let's bring the throttle down so we can get to our desired altitude. Yep, we are going plenty fast. 4,000 meters. Speed. Alright, we're gonna kill the engine. Pop the parachute. Okay, we got it on that one. Now the big question is that enough parachute to get us safely down to the ground? If not, you know, things, Kerbals, bouncing and stuff, you know, they do things and stuff. Well, we're lawn darting so far. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do the other one because I am kind of nervous. Yeah, that's not. Oh, there we go. There we go. We're slowing down now. 140 meters per second. Floating around 149 meters per second. I just want to see this thing land. Some awkward parachuting going on here. Now, what's surprising is the radial parachute is shorter leashed than the smaller, or what I consider smaller, nose cone. Although, I don't know, I always consider the radial parachutes to be bigger, more substantial, but I've never compared them side by side. So, hey, who knows? Maybe. Let's see. Do we have one bigger than the other? Well, one certainly deploys slower than the other. And you know what? I would say the nose cone, the Mark 16, is substantially larger than the radial mounted one, but you could put two of the radial mounted ones on. Yeah, added weight, but better safety, right? Right. Good. Glad you agree. High five. Okay, let's recover the vehicle and see what kind of monies we got from that. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Can I get some free science? Crew report? No science here. I have crew reported the heck out of this area. So no free science for us. That's okay. Wasn't really shooting for science on this one. We did that, you know, we got some pretty good science early on, I think last episode. So not so important here. And ta-da. Oh, look at me. Look at me landing all kinds of vertical. Look at that. That's right. Jebediah Kerman, pilot extraordinaire. All right, I almost don't want to recover that. I want to leave that sticking out there like a garden gnome. Okay, that's awesome. I want to replace my garden gnomes with rocket gnomes. Excuse me, I need some water. All right, next, what kind of funds did we got? 124,241. Well, I think that was a very successful few missions. So, guys, I'm going to leave this episode here. I want to say thank you so much for following me along on this this new series. I've got another one coming up that's going to run sequentially with this one. I asked some people in the know what they'd like to see, and oddly enough, one of the greatest games ever made, in my opinion. A little bit retro, not very retro. I mean, graphics are decent and it's fun, but it's certainly post-millennial game. It's not, we're not going to be playing the Atari or anything like that. It's not going to be Pong. Although, could you imagine a Pong Let's Play? Boing, boing, boing. That's how it would go. I should do that. No, this is going to be cool. And yeah, I asked my nephew, and he said, you know, it'd be really cool if this game was played. So I am going to play that game. Probably coming up, yeah, I would say within the next week, I will get that one put together and edited. But until then, guys, I've been your host, Dr. T. Thanks again so much. Don't forget, if you like what you see, hit that like button down below. It does help me out so very, 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 very much. Always feel free to leave me a comment with a suggestion if you want me to build something on here, or just play kind of an open world on this. You know, I do have another saved file where I've got it's basically just an open world, access to all the parts, all that kind of stuff. But I thought career mode might be a different thing. Everybody builds goofy stuff, right? Nobody actually plays the game. So that's what I'm doing. So yeah, leave that kind of comment down below, and by all means, subscribe, guys. I will see you in the next episode. Peace.